Annie, please call the roll.
Mayor Collins,
Here.
Vice Mayor Satula,
Here.
Councilman Smith,
Here.
Town Manager Hicks.
Here.
All right, on to the next agenda item, approval of minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from November 2nd town meeting minutes and the November 18th work session minutes.
I'd like to second that.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, moving on to reports of officers, boards, and committees. We'll first go with the permits report.
Building, use, and occupancy sign permits issued during the month of November 2015. Building permits, November 18th, Joel Bullen, 4665 Strauss Avenue, gas fireplace. November 18th, Panda Cafe, Zhang Jinghang owner, 4205 Indian Head Highway, change of occupant, restaurant carryout. November 19th, Solar City for Shannon Saya, voids permit 2015-27 MIR, 41 Poplar Lane, solar panels ground mount. November 19th, Brenda Hayes, 4655 Strauss Avenue for a shed. November 19th, Best Granite and Marble, Simsack and Nakati owners, change in use, kitchen and bath showroom. There was one use and occupancy permit, November 17th, Thomas Cole, 3 Lee Court for a carport. There were no temporary use and occupancy permits, no demolition permits, no grading permits, no sign permits, and no temporary sign permits.
All right, thank you. On to the finance report with Ginger.
November 2015 finance report. The beginning cash balance, $651,687.94. Total revenues, $399,255.77. Total expenditures, $222,736.40, with an ending cash balance of $828,207.31, with total investments of $912,220.12. Any questions?
Quick question on that. Are we done with the annual audit report for the town?
I haven't got the final back, but yeah, we're done.
Appreciate
I
it.
have the draft.
Okay, thank you.
Moving on to the town manager report, code enforcement report, and planning commission report.
First off, there was no planning commission meeting held last month, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Town managers report, November 2015. Please have your trash curbside by 7:30 a.m. on the day of your scheduled pickup. Once again, new members are still needed for the Board of Zoning Appeals, Planning Commission, Ethics Commission, Parks and Recreation Commission, and the Environmental Sustainability Committee. Work on a connector trail for crosswalks were installed last month. Please contact the town hall if you'd like a new 95-gallon toter for recycling delivered to your home or place of business. Online bill pay. The town is working with our vendor to make this a reality. Newsletters are now digital. Please provide the town hall with your email address. The town is working with the Naval Base, Charles County, Military Affairs Council, and Maryland Broadband, to provide fiber to the town of Indian Head. Town has received a grant for $360,000 to install a picnic pavilion and restrooms on the village green. Work to begin spring 2016. Buildings outside the base gate. The demolition, as you can see, has begun. The work will hopefully be completed this week. The town's annual audit is complete. Leaf vacuum truck is in service. Leaf vacuum truck goes around every Wednesday. They can't complete it all in one day, so it's normally a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday type of thing. The sign for the Trailhead Plaza was installed last week. And last but not least, speed humps were installed along Strauss Avenue. Code enforcement report, November 2015. The town issued 13 notices of violations during the month of November. You had 5 trash and debris violations, 6 rental license violations, and 2 property maintenance violations. The town also performed 10 rental inspections during the month of November.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the Bureau of Fire Prevention Report and Community Affairs with Karen.
For the month of November, the Fire Division responded to 23 responses, of which 5 were within the town limits in the First Due area, 18 were mutual aid responses to other areas in Charles and surrounding counties. The EMS division responded to a total of 31 emergency medical calls. The department tracked 200 hours of training for the month through departmental drills and other forms of training through the Maryland Fire Rescue Institute and other agencies. Santa will be making his way through town on Wednesday, December 23rd, hopefully starting around 6 p.m. Please remember that this is a busy time of year and ensure to place you and your family's safety first. And remember that this is a time of year when there are a lot of fire-related incidents and injuries. Please read fire safety messages in the town smoke signals for more information. And the department would like to wish everyone a happy holiday. And if you are interested in becoming a part of their team and serve your community, please stop by the firehouse on any Thursday night to check them out. That's from Fire Chief Williams, who had to teach a class tonight at the last minute because the instructor fell ill, and Wayne Higdon couldn't be here because he's under the weather. Okay, community services. Suleiman just dropped off the flyer, and there's some on the back counter, he said, for the Lackey Indoor Pool Swimming with Santa, which is this Saturday, December 12th, from 2 to 4 at the Henry E. Lackey Pool, Indoor Pool. It's open to all ages. The admission fee is $5 per participant, and it includes an underwater picture. Registration accepted at the door based on availability. There's online registration available at www.charlescountyparks.com, or you can call 301-743-2470 for more information. And also the winter guide for Charles County Community Services is available, but it's available online only. And you can get it at that website I just talked about. On to community activities. We held our annual tree lighting on Tuesday, December 1st here in the pavilion, and we want to thank the bands and choruses of Indian Head Elementary, General Smallwood and Middle, and Henry E. Lackey High Schools for their wonderful holiday music. And our tree lighting was a big success, as it always is, one of our favorites to do. We also had our 21st annual gingerbread house making classes. We had them on Friday the 4th and Sunday the 6th, and there's some of the class entries or the entries for the holiday festival, which is coming up tomorrow night, in which the general public gets to vote on their favorites. It's in two categories, children 12 and under and 13 to adult, and they are marked as such. So when you vote tomorrow night, you can vote for the two categories. And our holiday festival and craft fair is tomorrow night, 6 to 9, here inside the building. We feature the Painter families running antique trains, which is pretty much the reason why we do the festival. We have live entertainment from Hope You Dance Children's Dance Studio, and we also have the College of Southern Maryland Theater and Choral Group, and they are doing, oh gosh, and I just sent this in an email. I'm sorry, I didn't write it on here. They're going to do about a 1-hour children's show about bad elf, when a good elf becomes a bad elf or something like that. Sorry. I meant to write that on here. And then, of course, we have our gingerbread house contest. We have local crafters and vendors that will sell things. We have some children's activities. We have hot apple cider and homemade refreshments. And photos with Santa, of course. And the admission is a donation of $1 per person, all ages at the door, and that will go to NETS, the Neighbors Eager to Serve program that services the needs of the families and individuals on the western side of the county. And then rounding out our Christmas season will be our community dinner and memorial ribbon ceremony on Saturday, December 12th, here in the building. 6 to 8 p.m. The dinner itself is free and open to the community. If you want to do memorial ribbons to be displayed on the donated tree outside for loved ones who have passed on, they are $2 donation per ribbon or 6 for $10. We do have a deadline, but if there's anybody interested in doing that, please see me and we'll be happy to accommodate you. And as, let's see, our Christmas tree removal will begin every Wednesday, beginning December 30th through January 27th. You put your discarded tree, and this is obviously the live trees, please don't put your fake tree out there. Please discard your trees curbside with regular yard waste, and tree must not have any decorations or lights on them. And as I mentioned in the fire chief's report, Santa Run Through Town will be on Wednesday, December 23rd, starting around 6, and that's for the Indian Head Incorporated Town and Potomac Heights Volunteer Fire Department, which has part of the town in their First Due area. Their little Santa Run is on Sunday, December 20th. They start around 5, and that includes their First Due response areas of Knott Subdivision and Strauss Avenue from South Poplar to Hawthorne Road. So everybody still gets to see Santa on the fire trucks. And I think, and then we have one more thing, the 3rd annual Kris Kringle Christmas Market at the Charles County Fairgrounds. It features live trees, greens, Christmas lights, living nativity, music, food vendors, craft vendors, Santa Claus, and more. It's December 11th and 12th. That's Friday and Saturday coming up. And it is part of the Charles County 2015 Holiday Trail program. And you can look for more information on their website at www.charlescountyfair.com. There's flyers for all this stuff on the back and also for the Kris Kringle thing. And I think I covered everything. Any questions? Any questions? Nope.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Basically, I have three things. The first thing is, it's the Christmas season. People are buying gifts, keeping them in their cars and things like that. Please be conscious and aware of this because it's also an opportunity for bad people to break into your car and take all your presents you just bought. Also, it's a good time to remember that it's cold. People start their cars, let them warm up and everything like that. But it's also a good time for, if someone wasn't very nice, like a naughty elf or something like that, to get into your car that's running and take it as it's already warmed up for them. So, lock the doors of your cars. Make sure you don't have any property in them. If you see something suspicious, a strange person that is in your neighborhood, possibly just you don't know what he's doing, call us, let us come down and investigate it for you. We have no problem on meeting people and asking who they are and what they're doing. And hopefully they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing and everything's good. Other than that, that's all I have. Oh, except for one thing, we have FTOs, which are new recruit officers that are in the area now. So if it seems like there's a lot of officers at certain calls, it's because half of those officers are being trained and the other half are trainers. So that explains the number of officers. Other than that, that's it. Is there any questions? Okay, very good. Lock your doors.
All right, moving on to briefings from Potomac Branch Library and Councilman Smith on cyber awareness and the holiday scan.
Good evening. Just a couple of updates from the library. This Saturday, December 12th at 2 p.m., we're hosting what they call the Hour of Code, where kids ages 6 to 11 can learn basic computer programming skills. Also, on Monday, December 14th, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., the library is having a fundraiser at Boston's Restaurant. So if you come out and have dinner with us, on the back of your receipt, if you write library, they'll make a donation to us. On December 31st at 11:30 a.m., we're hosting a New Year's Eve for preschoolers. Kids between the ages of 2 and 5 can come out and decorate a party hat and watch a balloon drop at 12 noon to bring in the new year. We also have our preschool story time starting again on January 5th, and it's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. And we're really excited. We're also going to start an evening story time at the Black Box Theater. The first session is Wednesday, January 20th, and we've also scheduled to come out on February 17th. Both dates are at 6 p.m., and Miss Candace will come out with stories and a craft. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Several months ago, we started what I call a cyber awareness series. I do cybersecurity for a living. So just to give you some insight on some trends that are occurring, So this is a joyous time of the year for everyone, but it's also one of the most dangerous times of the year. As you are trying to buy presents and do things kind for individuals, individuals are lurking to get your money in any way they can. So like Officer Elliott mentioned, locking your doors and putting gifts out of sight. There are some things that you need to do online. So I mentioned that. All right, so one of the scams that you'll get is a credit card scam. You know, when you ever heard of when it seems too good to be true? It probably is. So they'll send you an email that looks like it's from Target saying you want a free gift card or a free credit card. Please click on the link and enter your personal information. Don't do it. Target is not that generous. Another one, you will get a type of email from a shipping distributor, whether it be UQS.com. And if you look at it quickly, you may think your mind will read UPS because you're accustomed to reading UPS. But they'll put things like UQS.com or FedEx instead of FedEx. The B looks like a D. You click on these things and you go to a malicious website. What they'll do is they'll copy. If you right-click on a web page and you go to View Source, you can copy the entire contents of a web page, put some malicious code in there, make it look like a true web page. So if you go to FedEx.com, it will look like you're at FedEx.com. You enter they'll ask you a bunch of questions, relevant information, so they can socially engineer to steal your identification. All right, so credit card scams. All right, so try not, if you are applying for a credit card or you're using a credit card on the internet, I would prefer that you use a credit card versus debit card because a lot of credit card companies will stop transactions for you, whereas a debit card is direct access to your account. So you want to go to secure websites that have HTTPS in front of them. That means the information that's transmitted is encrypted. It can be decrypted, but it takes a lot to decrypt it. So make sure you click on HTTPS. You see a little lock at the bottom. Those two things should be in place before you enter your information. Do not use debit cards. All right, some more. There are a lot of charity scams. Everybody wants you to donate to a charity. If you have a list of charities that you are already affiliated with, that's wonderful. You can reach out to the United Way. They're one of the leading charitable organizations. But be careful who you donate to. A lot of people, there's the screensaver with the dancing elves. There's that thing going around when you can insert your face in your office, everybody can dance and be a dancing elf. Some of those things are malicious. So be careful what you download to your computer. They're malicious. They give you the fun gift, but they open up what are called secure channels so they can take information off of your computer. So be careful what you download to your computer. We talked about the fake credit cards, the themed. Let's see. All right. So lastly, just to go over some of the rules. If it's too good to be true, just like in the real world, it probably is. You make sure you use secure websites. Update your antivirus software. Always keep that up to date. If there are Windows patches or you have a Mac OS, make sure you update to the latest versions. And I want you to be diligent, be observant, and be prudent. Happy holidays. So, I have 2 gift certificates here for any non-town resident that can tell me, give me an example of a phishing scam. Anybody? You like mail, the email? Yes, sir.
I believe I just received an email telling me that I'm working for a computer company. They want me to purchase software, and there's also enough funds in there to purchase a laptop.
Right.
And I was ignorant enough. I just moved here to New York. Fall for it. And once I deposited the check, they fight me out.
Yeah.
They took everything.
sorry to hear that, but that is a real-world example of how intense, because they only have to be right once. So they send out thousands of emails. And if they're right, if they get hundreds of people, they can become extremely wealthy. Well, this was donated from, by me, my family and I, to give to Dale's Folk House. I'm sure it won't replenish what you lost, but it'll get you a good meal. You're welcome. Anyone else can give me another example of a phishing scheme? So if I go to febex.com, you ever heard of Febex? Anybody ever heard of that? So give me another example of something. It's another, Dale's has very good food. That's another example. Perfect, perfect. All right, here you are, ma'am. And lastly, I would like, if you take our places back, I would like for everyone to join me in singing happy birthday to our mayor. All right, and the one and the two. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brandon. Happy birthday to you.
Sit down, old guy.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Brandon?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting way too many emails about donations. Look at them and I don't trust them like it's legal,
Yes, sir.
but they keep coming. I've been trying to use this unsubscribe. Is that effective? Do they unsubscribe you when you do that?
No, sir. No, sir. And if you unsubscribe, so criminals use tons of email addresses, tons of IP addresses. So you block one, they'll use